I think that people may associate HR with, if you're in trouble, you have to go to HR, but HR is not, that's not our main function, right? Of course, we get involved if there's issues, etc., but we're really a partner to the business. We really work closely with the leadership team to align our people strategies to the company goals and make sure that employees are empowered to do their job and tie that back to the company mission and the company goals. I think that in general, people want to promote internal mobility and promotion, but having the actual tools and templates gives the employee a place to start. So, pen to paper, let's think about, what are my current skills? What is my current experience? What is my goal of my dream job? And what do I need to do to get there? What is it, a class? Is it shadowing someone? Is it getting cross-trained? Is it working on a project? I think giving them the actual tools to implement a plan has been much needed.
And hello, my friends, and welcome on board. My name is Derrick Fennell, and I'm your host on the Next Gen podcast. And you're right on time for takeoff. So take your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and sit back and enjoy the flight on the Next Gen podcast. Welcome on board. And welcome to the Next Gen podcast. I'm your host, Derrick Fennell, and this show is built on one powerful belief: smarter companies and stronger people. Here at Creative Minds AI, powered by Next Gen Podcasts, we help businesses scale with AI, and we empower the people who run them. Every week, we sit down with leaders, builders, and real-world change makers who prove that growth doesn't have to feel cold, complicated, or disconnected. And on today's conversation, it's one of those special ones because it sits right at the intersection of people, leadership, and technology in a very human way. Today, I'm truly honored to have and welcome Roseanne Donohue to the show. Roseanne is the Chief People Officer at the Critical Start, a company called Critical Start, and she brings over 25 years of experience helping companies grow strong teams in cybersecurity, SaaS, and financial services. But what really stood out to me about Roseanne is that she doesn't just talk about systems, she talks about people. And that lines up perfectly with what we stand for here. Roseanne, welcome to Next Gen Podcast. It's a real pleasure to have you on with us.
Thank you, Derrick. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, well, thank you. Now, Roseanne, before the titles, before the boardrooms, before cybersecurity and executive leadership, let's go back for a moment. And who were you before all of this? What kind of kid were you?
What kind of kid? So I think I was generally a good kid, close to my family and friends, good student overall. So, yeah.
Okay. And how did you end up in this leadership? Did you always see yourself as a leader growing up?
No, actually. So when I was younger, believe it or not, I wanted to be an astronaut. Don't laugh.
For real? I would say that's leadership. Awesome.
So, after trying that out, I realized that astronomy really wasn't what I thought it would be. So I always really did well in math. So in speaking with some of my college professors, they encouraged me to major in math and minor in business. And how I ended up in kind of the talent HR space is I joined a leadership development program at JP Morgan where you kind of rotate around the different departments, you gain skills and exposure, and then you place permanently into a department after the program's over. So I was lucky enough to have several rotations in recruiting and HR and absolutely loved it. So how I like to explain it is I use my analytical skills from having a math degree in HR and talent acquisition. So if you use recruiting as an example, you're trying to find the right candidate for the position. So I never really saw myself just, behind a computer crunching numbers. I really enjoyed the human aspect. So that's why I felt like HR and talent was such a good fit for me.
Well, that's awesome. So we found out what you love. So let me ask you this.
Mm,
What were some of the challenges you had to go through to get to where you are now?
interesting. So I started my career on the talent acquisition side, and then more recently took over a leadership role where I'm overseeing HR and talent. So I think a challenge is having not grown up on the HR side and grown up on the talent acquisition side is coming up to speed on, the areas that were not my area of expertise. But I think having a really strong team
Hmm.
makes a difference. And, when you're a leader, you don't have to know everything. You have to, have a good team and empower them and be there as a resource.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're absolutely right. Okay, and let's say today you work at a very high level, correct?
Yes.
And but for someone listening who's just driving in their car right now
Hmm.
and then playing in English,
Hmm.
tell us what you do. Tell what do you actually do and how do you help others?
Yeah. So I head up what we call our people team, which is a team of HR and talent professionals. So, in leading the team, we provide, recruiting, we provide learning and development, we provide employee relations, employee engagement, really every aspect of the employee life cycle we are part of, and making sure that employees have a great experience from the time they're hired until the time if they decide to leave the company. So at a very high level, that's kind of what I do and what my function
Okay.
does.
So what do you think most people misunderstand about human resources and people strategy?
Yeah, good question. I think that people may associate HR with, if you're in trouble, you have to go to HR, but HR is not, that's not our main function, right? Of course, we get involved if there's issues, etc., but we're really a partner to the business. We really
Hmm.
work closely with the leadership team to
Hmm.
align our people strategies to the
Hmm.
company goals and make sure that employees are empowered to, do their job and, you know, tie that back to the company mission and the company goals.
Okay, so let's bring this to real life. Can you share a story about a company or team that was struggling uh, and how things changed after you stepped in as human resources? No names, just scenarios.
Yeah. So one example I can give is that we've gotten feedback that employees really wanted more clear career pathing. So, we heard that feedback in our, annual employee engagement surveys and just, anecdotally. So we made that a company goal this year, and we actually implemented formal career pathing for every role and every department across the company. And we created tools and templates that employees and managers can use to identify, what is their target role, what are their current skills, where are there gaps for them to fill to get to their target job. And we post all of that, on our intranet, so employees have easy access to those tools and resources.
Okay, okay. Now, what did that teach you about people and leadership? Did you learn anything specific from that you could share with us?
Yeah, I think that in general, people want to promote internal mobility and promotion, but having the actual tools and templates gives the employee a place to start. So, pen to paper, let's think about, what are my current skills? What is my current experience? What is my goal of my dream job? And what do I need to do to get there? What is it, a class? Is it, shadowing someone? Is it getting cross-trained? Is it working on a project? I think giving them the actual tools to, implement a plan has been,
Hmm.
much needed.
Wow, okay. That's great. Now, at Creative Minds AI, we're powered by Next Gen Podcasts, and we always help businesses scale with AI, and we empower them, the people who run them. And you've been right in the middle of using AI in the HR world.
Yes.
And for everyday people listening, not tech folks,
Hmm.
what should they understand about AI right now?
Yeah. So I would say AI is super exciting. I think it makes things easier. It's not something that people should be afraid of at all. It's pretty easy to use, and the more you use it and you practice, the easier it gets. It's not meant to, replace a human. It's just really a tool to help make things more efficient and save time and increase productivity.
Okay. So, what would be one simple way a person can stay relevant instead of fearful of AI?
Yeah, I mean, if folks haven't used it already, you can open, your own free account with, for example, ChatGPT, and just start playing around with it. There's a lot of free courses online that, individuals can take to learn more about it. But I think, educate yourself, but don't be afraid to just jump right in and try it out. That would be my advice.
Okay, awesome. Now, leadership carries a lot of weight. And when the pressure gets heavy, expectations are high, and people are depending on you, how do you personally stay grounded?
Sorry, how do I what?
Personally stay grounded.
Ground. Yep.
People are really dependent on you, and I know sometimes you can be in some pretty heavy situations, and you got to be a pretty grounded person, mind-wise, to make rational decisions. So how do you accomplish that?
Yeah, I think I just remind myself that, everything happens for a reason. There's not one thing that can't be fixed or find a solution or a workaround. I think that, if you analyze the situation, you can kind of, do a root cause analysis, look at the pros and cons, and make, an decision. So I try to be analytical about it. So that my mind is very analytical. So I'm a planner. I like process. I like to analyze, but I also like to have kind of the human perspective as well. So I also feel like I'm a great collaborator. So I can not only look at data, but then get feedback from people as well. So that helps me get grounded in a time where, if it's a difficult situation that I'm looking at.
Okay. My daughter's in HR also,
Okay.
so I have,
Nice.
she's been in it for many, many years, and so I have some insight into kind of like what you do. But so I gotta ask you this: when things become overwhelming for you, how do you reset? Who supports you?
Yeah, great question. So I definitely try to take a deep breath, have some downtime when I feel overwhelmed, leaning on, friends and family. And, I'm very blessed to have a strong team as well that I trust. So depending on what it is, if it's personal or if it's work, I feel like I have a strong support system. If I need to talk, I have a lot of resources at my fingertips.
Okay, awesome. So Roseanne, if someone is listening right now, maybe a business owner, a manager, or someone trying to grow into leadership, and they feel behind or overwhelmed, what would you say directly to them?
I would say it's okay. No one's perfect. You might make mistakes along the way, but when you make a mistake, you learn from it. It only makes you a better person. So, work hard, keep learning, and learn from your mistakes. Again, no one's perfect, so everything you do is a learning experience.
Okay. So, if you were advising someone those people that are fearful of AI, what one small step could they take this week to make them?
Yeah, I would say start off by reading some articles and learning about what is AI and what is it capable of, and what are some success stories that people have used it for to help them. And, that would be step one. And step two would be go ahead and sign up for a free account and just play around. Start with something simple. So I've even used it personally where it helped plan a vacation. So, I recently went to Europe, and, in researching like what restaurants to go to and, sites to see, it's all about the input that you put in, and you will get really relevant results. So it is a
Yeah.
very helpful tool. So in my opinion, it's not scary at all, and it doesn't hurt just to go in and play around.
Okay. So are there any common mistakes you hope they would avoid?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
okay.
Definitely do not share any personal information, especially if you're using open AI that is not protected securely. So never input your personal information, any credit card information, social security number, any personal information whatsoever, because it is open AI and it is open, not protected data. So that is my
Mm-hmm.
one big tip. Is careful in terms of sharing personal.
Mm-hmm. One other thing I heard one time too is that, like if you're on like you just went to Europe, right? So a lot of people will post their trips online
Yes.
while they're away,
Yes. Yes.
and that's letting the whole world know you're not at home.
Exactly.
So post those trips when you get back.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So
Very
yeah, so I always tell people that because I never thought about that. Everybody's so excited to be on social media and show what they're doing and how they're doing.
absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about the future a little bit. People look back on your career
hmm
and they say, Roseanne, what do you hope they say you truly contributed? What do you want people to know Roseanne about?
Yeah. So
Roseanne, rather,
yeah, something I'm really proud of is developing my team. So in my tenure, I've been able to develop and grow my employees and really turn them into leaders. So there's a saying that you're not a true leader until you turn others into leaders. And I truly believe that. And I'm truly proud of, the professional growth that my team has had. So that is something that I would want to be known for.
Okay. As you look out forward, let's just say 5-10 years down the road, how do you see where's Roseanne going to be? What are some long-term goals that you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, I actually love my role, so I would love to continue to be a chief people officer or a CHRO. I love working with the executive leadership team and the board. So I see myself still working in that capacity. I do love cybersecurity. I've been in the cyber industry for 10 years. I love high tech. I love AI. Would love to stay in that industry, but I'm not limited to those industries. I think my skills are definitely transferable to other industries. So that's kind of where I see myself in the next 5+ years.
Okay. As a cybersecurity specialist, so you worked in HR and financial services and some other organizations. What's the most shocking thing that you wow, you were just blown away by, as a cybersecurity specialist? What's something you've been blown away and you just couldn't believe this actually happened?
Good question. So I wouldn't say I'm a cybersecurity specialist. First off, I'd say, HR talent is my area of expertise. I do have exposure to cyber, working at cyber companies, but I'm definitely not cybersecurity expert whatsoever. But something that surprised me, I guess I could answer that from the frame of going from working at big companies, very large global financial institutions, to working at smaller to mid-sized companies over the years. What I really like about it is the impact that you have. So when you work at a startup or a scale up or a company that is still growing, you have a lot of opportunity to come in and create new programs, initiatives, re-engineer processes, bring innovation, fresh ideas, and really have an impact on the company and the employees. So that's something that I think I've really enjoyed. I think I got a good, stable background working at those large companies, but then taking that experience and then bringing it over to smaller companies where I can kind of implement best practices and really kind of take the company to the next level.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, so as we come to a close of today's conversation, I want to sincerely thank you for spending this time with us. Today's episode has been sponsored by Creative Minds AI, powered by Next Gen Podcasts, built on one clear mission: smarter companies and stronger people. And because we help businesses scale with AI and we empower the people who run them, our signature offer is the AI Money Map. If you're a business owner and you want to see exactly where AI can help you make more income, save time, and stay competitive, this is your your personal roadmap. Text AI to 323-568-1010. Again, that's 323-568-1010. And one more time, 323-568-1010 to book your AI Money Map. Also, for Next Gen Podcast, if you would just please give us a like. Let us know how well Roseanne did for us. I think you did a fantastic job, and thank you for sharing all that you've shared with us.
Thank you.
And yeah, so that's a heartfelt thanks to Miss Roseanne Donohue for sharing her wisdom, her leadership, and her real world insight with us today. Roseanne, thank you again for being here, and from all of us at Creative Minds AI, powered by Next Gen Podcasts. Thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to support, and thank you for being part of this growing community. Thank you, and until we talk again, Roseanne.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you.